Hello and welcome to Wordsworth Modern Railway. My name's Mike and we have another episode of Let's Build a Card Kit. After making the pilot episode, I've had quite a few emails regards kits that people want to see on the YouTube channel, so I've added those to your wish list. And what we will do is hopefully go through the list from top to bottom. Today it's an older kit, but it's something that I actually need for my own layout, so it works not just for the people that requested this video, but also for myself. So what are we building today? Let's have a look at the kit. I like to keep the kits nice and flat inside those big manila envelopes. The kit that we're actually going to build today is the platform sections. These are the ones for the large station that's now on Wordsworth. Also it's same for the grand station, and I'll have to check to see if it's familiar with the Little Montford, but the design is nice and simple. It's all on 2mm card, so it's fairly simple to construct, but it's a nice solid structure. It will actually take a bit of bashing around and some weight putting on this particular kit. So let's get started today. I won't bore you with the gluing. You know how I glue my printed paper to the card. I like to use the jumbo Pritt stick. I find it very reliable, and then I use a seam roller just to make sure there's a nice contact between the printed and the card stock. So let me get this glued to the cardstock and then we'll come back and we'll begin our kit. Now we've got our printed section glued to the cardstock, and I'd like to point out an error. Even I make mistakes. You'll see here it says print only. What you should do before you actually glue this section to your 2mm cardstock is cut out this section here. These are your cover strips that you're going to need should you want to join all your platform sections together. You'll use these on the lower sections, on these brick fascias, and it'll just cover the joints. And these are the sections that go on your platform top to hide the joints. So I thought I'd keep this in the video just to show even I make mistakes. After all this time in building kits, I still make mistakes, so don't be embarrassed and don't be put back by any mistake during your kit building. So what we'll do is we'll now cut out our brick fascias, our inner support, middle support, outer support, then our structure beams, and these tabs, these are also used for helping to join the platform sections together should you wish to join them. To be honest, I've left mine on Wordsworth. I like to keep them separate so I can move them about, but I do know some people wanted them together, so that's why they're actually in the kit. So let's get these cut out. So to cut them out, I always use a steel rule and this lovely little aluminium box section knife. Now I do know these are only available in the UK. I've had some emails from overseas, mainly in America, Canada, and they find getting hold of these hard. So a lot of the things I mentioned that I use are actually for the UK market. I'm sure you'll find something similar no matter where you are in the world. So after that, let's get cutting these sections out. Now, I won't bore you again, you know how it is, how it works. Basically, you'd line up your steel rule on the outline edge, and then using a sharp blade, and let the blade do the work. Just bring it down, and that's how you cut these things out. We've now got everything cut from the 2mm cardstock, and this is everything you need to make the sub base for your platform section. Basically what you have is the front, and then you'll have this front inner section. You will then have a middle support. You'll then have a rear inner piece, and then your rear outer wall. And then these sections are your cross struts, which will go in across these pieces here. And this is why it becomes a really strong, stable kit. And then once you get your platform top on, believe me, this is quite sturdy. So before we can go any further, we can get rid of these sections. What we're going to do is cut out all these little notches so that they all interlink and start to form that structure that I was telling you about. So what I'll do is I'll show you how I do just a couple of pieces. There's no point you sitting through a full video of me cutting these notches. So we'll start with one of these little sections. Get your knife with a sharp blade. Now it's up to you. I've got that used to cutting these. I don't bother using steel rule anymore. But place your blade on the line, bring it to the bottom. Basically you just let the blade cut through. When you're done, turn it round, that's the first notch. Just let the blade do the work. It's quite tough. You wouldn't think cutting through card it takes so much pressure, but believe me, it does. Now all I do is push down, make sure you're at 90 degrees to the card. When you flop it over, you'll just see where it's come through. Push it through, and out it pops. Now this is the tricky one because I'm right-handed. But once again, just let the blade come down. Always remember to keep the blade 90 degrees to the card, because you want these as straight as you can. Turn around on the line, push down. Not quite. There we go. out she comes. That's your first piece, and these long sections are just the same. Turn it round, blade onto the line, bring it down, bring it down. You can feel as it goes through the card. Onto your next line, next line, next line. Push these out of the way, push through, flip it over. There's the little notch where she's come through. Out it comes, and it's as simple as that. So I'll just switch off, I'll continue taking these notches out, and I'll show you how we then proceed. Okay, we've now got all our sections notched out nicely there, and on our cross members. So we're now at a stage we can now start to assemble. Now basically what we need to do, and I've done this wrong once myself, this fascia's got a top course. You need to make sure that remains on the top no matter what. And what you need is this section, move this one out of the way, with this section turn it round so that the printed face is now down. We will glue that on top of that piece, so you end up with double thickness brick fascia inner section with your notches that will accept these cross beams, just like that. So let's get these glued together, and then obviously this one will glue to this one, and then we're good to go. Okay, we've got the front section glued to the inner support section on both pieces now. I've got them just held with some bulldog clips. So whilst we wait for these to dry, we'll turn our attention to the platform top. So we'll get one of these cut out. There's two per A4 sheet, so we'll get one cut out, and then we'll get this covered. By the time we then get this covered, these sections will be ready to work on again. So we've got our platform top section cut out. That's just the sub base, is that. What we now need is the covering strip. Now those with a keen eye will notice there's something different with this particular covering strip compared to the one that you might have downloaded. I've added a yellow standback line to the edges, so I might make this variant available on the web, but this one I wanted for my particular layout. You'll notice that the platform section only has capping stones on one edge. This is because this is my far platform. There's no actual locomotives will be pulling along this back line section here. This is where the trains will actually pull into the station. So that side of the platform, and this side will actually have a retaining wall. So that's why there's no capping stones on this one. So let me get this section cut out, and then I'll show you how we progress. Now I've got the platform top section cut in half, because each A4 section, there is 2 pieces per A4. Before we actually cut out the section, what we need to do is there's some dotted red lines. These are our fold lines. Now how I do the fold lines, using the steel rule, place on the dotted line, then using an old biro, there's no ink left in this, we actually just pull it down, 1, 2, 3, 4. That just puts a nice crease in there, so when we come to fold, it folds over as easy as that. Now whilst I've got it at that stage, you don't have to do this, but it's something I like to do. Run a line down there, just like that. That actually helps you line up the platform sub base so it folds over in the correct place. So we've got all our crease lines in now, so that they're nicely folded over. It's a simple case now to just cut out the platform sections. So we'll get that, I'll get the shorter steel rule, place on the edge, bring her through, and basically you just go all the way round the kit, cutting the sections out. Nice and simple. Just get this last bit. Take the flap end over. Get rid of the rubbish. We've now got one platform section with the sub base ready to cover. So we've got our PVC cutting mat. Just makes it easier for when we're applying the PVA glue. So nice and simple, using a jumbo Pritt stick. Make sure you give it a good covering. Like so. Make sure you get those edges. Right. Now the tricky part. Line up your 2mm card to those lines that we actually drew on the back. Flop her down, give her a good press, and what we can do is fold over the edges. It's as simple and as quick as that. leading edge. There we go. So that's the rear section with the retaining wall I was telling you about. These are your capping stones on this section of the platform, and that's what's left of your yellow line. And you can see it actually covers the edge just nicely, and then your glue flaps on the reverse side. Right, let's put this away. We're now ready to start assembling the sub-base platform walls. So we've got our platform wall kit section here. I will start with the middle rib, and it's pretty straightforward. Apply some glue to the first section. Apply some glue to the middle section there. And basically you just slot it in place, push it down. That's the first one. And all you do is you go along each one until you've completed the centre build. Okay, we've now got the centre rib section built up. These are all glued. We just need to repeat the process with this front wall section. Apply glue into each one of these slots. Apply some glue to each one of these leading edges, and then you just feed them in like so. So let's get the glue in. I'll get the glue into each one of these sections. Let's get the glue down these. Okay, and then the last one. Put it down. Remember to put your pin back in, stop your glue drain. Right, so basically level up each section. And it goes in as simple as that. And because it's on your cutting mat, what you can do, I mean, it'll all square up eventually once you get the back fascia on, but just tilt it. Right, and then just leave it there for a couple of minutes, and then we'll do the repeat process with the rear wall. Right, let's apply the glue to the rear wall. Into each slot. Some glue. I'm just using PVA. Right, stand it on its end. come down onto these end sections. Just like so. Put the name on. Right, we'll spin this round, and just like we did the front section, push each one in to its slot, like so, just like that. Right, we'll let that set aside for 5 minutes or so till we get the glue dried, and then it's a simple case of putting the top platform section covering on, and believe it or not, that's one platform section complete. Okay, we're on to the final section now. What we need is some Prit PVA. Let's get some onto this plastic spatula, and what we'll do is we'll just cover this full length with PVA, and then we'll go around and do the other side. Just get a nice coating of PVA along the full length, and then there's no need to do the full inner section. I just tend to do the cross pieces, and that's enough to hold those sections in place. Basically, you get your top, you bring it down, and you're using your thumb and finger at each end to cover the base so it's square. Bring her up on its end, just make sure you get your overhangs correct, front and back. Once you're happy, apply some pressure, and that's your first platform section fully completed. As easy as that. So the kit comes with ramp sections. To be honest, I'm not going to show you how to build a ramp section in today's video, mainly because I won't be using the ramps here at Wordsworth. I've got another design plan for my layout. But I'll be honest, the ramp section builds exactly the same way as this section that you've seen today, except you will have the cut down where the ramp goes down to ground level. So you shouldn't have any problems building the ramp sections for this platform kit should you require them for your own personal layout. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Join me next time where we'll do another kit from your wish list. Bye for now.